guys, it's Haley and I am back with another video. Let's see, I tried to reposition this so that you guys could have a better view of my workspace. So let me know how this is working for you. Today I want to continue working on our little junk journal. I'll show you what I prepared to get stuff ready and add to it. I had tried to film this earlier. My phone filled up. Anyway, I want to chat really quick. I did go to the post office yesterday morning. I got all 7 of the envelopes out, the 2 previous and the 5 new ones. And after, getting total clarification from the postal workers, the reason that the 2 packages could have been returned is for the thickness, even though they weren't really thicker than others. But both of the people there working, it's really slow. A really small back alley post office. Anyway, they both agreed that certain rules are adhered to more strictly at different places. Which is ridiculous. It's supposed to be a U.S. government entity, whatever. But the reason that they could have been returned is the thickness. And I asked to buy, something with like the slit, because I know they have this for businesses. And this is one of the things that they had on their counter, and they just gave it to me because they could tell. I mean, if you are overly nice to people, even if you're not in the wrong, it benefits you. So the envelopes, if they cannot fit through that with, just a little push, then it is upgraded to a small package, which for up to 3 ounces is $1.30 to ship. If it fits through the slot I had the specifications, it was semi-flexible, that was fine. The weight and the size was all good. It was just the fitting through. So as long as it fits through, then it is an envelope, and that is 1 stamp plus 2 ounces. And the ounces, each ounce went down to 15 cents an ounce. So it would be basically 85 cents. And I bought a new little sheet of stamps, and she had 10-cent stamps. So if I need to do the $1.30 ones, I will have 2 regular stamps and 2 10-cent stamps. So anyway, I got that all figured out. What was the other thing I wanted to talk about really quick? Oh, so I have been thinking about upgrading my printer/scanner because, like I had mentioned, I wanted to start scanning some of the images for my books from my vintage books and stuff. And once you alter them, a lot of the images are considered transformative, plus some of them are past the copyright, etc., etc. I need to do more research because I just want to make sure. But anyway, so I had attempted to do one on my own scanner that I have. It's not very good, but I wanted to see kind of how long it took. I did it like a couple weeks ago, but to just put the thing on the scanner, upload it, and just remove the border and, do like a select just the image for each one is going to take about 30 minutes for each image. So I'm considering upgrading my scanner and doing those images to create some digital sheets for my shop. And they would be very cheap, if they're 1 or 2 sheets, like $1, $1.50, I don't know, whatever. And if it's like a big kit, like, 5 sheets with all different pictures from a book, maybe like $4 or something. I don't know. I would make them cheap. So I want you all's opinion on if you think people would buy them. If you guys would be interested in it, let me know. And I thought of this because on yesterday's video with the outgoing envelopes, one of the recipients, Bianca, commented asking if I would scan that children's ABC farm book that I had shown in that video, scan and send her the images to put in her 1-year-old's nursery. And so the answer, you know, right now is no, just because my scanner isn't good, and they definitely wouldn't be good enough to like hang on a wall. And it takes forever, and I don't want you to be disappointed. And yeah, so for now, no, but I'm going to talk to my fiance, and I want you guys' opinion. If I upgrade my scanner and printer, then I will definitely have those available in the shop and everything like that. And that's all we needed to chat about. So I wanted to show you, you guys know I'm periodically, I can't think of the word. My memory is getting so bad. I've been going through my craft room and organizing things, getting rid of stuff and pulling out, you know, things that I want to use. Well, I had made these a while ago, and apparently I put this stupid label sheet in there upside down, so they're slightly off, but these are little ledger stickers that I made. I think I had just found the image, isolated it in, you know, image editing software, and just repeated it on the page. So anyway, I made those, and I have this out because this might be fun to use in the book. And let's see, that was from the postal office. Oh, I found these booklets that I had made, and I might send these to the newbie. They might be interested, or I might save it and do something with it. I hand sewed these. Why? Your guess is as good as mine. But I guess I was just using them. I made one out of magazine, like blow-ins, those things that just fall out of your magazine, but they do have that really cool paper. And I had added little journal cards to it, decorated them, and it actually looked really cute. Someone asked for it, and I gave it to them. But anyway, these are a good base because you can add a lot to it, and the paper is thin enough that it's not going to be super bulky, but you can have quite a few pages. The only problem with that is if you are doing a ton of wet stuff, obviously you can't do that on thin paper like this. But that, and then this is like a harder cover, and there's a whole bunch in this one. A whole bunch of pages. So this one is done, this is like a 4-hold. I guess it's before I learned how to do a pamphlet stitch, and I just winged it. So, found those. And, oh, these cute packaging that I had saved. These will be really cute to alter. Look at that. So, that's all. Our little book. I was going through and pulling out things that I wanted to add, and I went through this 7 Gypsies stuff, which I love this. This was actually just a cut apart on a 12 by 12, and it's double-sided, so it's essentially like the base for a journal, which is really cool. And of course, I got several of the sheets, so you know there's double-sided stuff, and one of the things I will be using in this project. But this was from a naughty, apparently, because this I printed out, and I highly doubt that I had just scanned what I had bought. I mean, I don't know, I printed it out from somewhere, but it's obviously something that was for sale, so you shouldn't print it, because I don't think these are even for sale, whatever. But I printed it a long time ago. I might as well use it. We made our little booklet one of the last times, and now I will make another little booklet, and this will go in our front pocket. So we have that. Now for our cover, I pulled out, oh, there was one more thing I wanted to show you. I had made this to make a flip in, like a little secret pocket flip in a junk journal years ago. I thought that was interesting. Okay, I had pulled out some things that, you know, would be possible to use on the cover, and then I thought since these have like the blue and the green, these would be cool to use in the pages if they fit. I pulled out a couple of my new vellum stickers that have like blue and green in them for layering. And then I think I want to use this as the like focal point on our cover. Look at this. So we need layering bits, and we also need to get some washi for the spine and stabilize that. So I went ahead and coffee dyed the two that I was considering, and I think with this one I want to use the black and cream rose. I still can't decide, but we have those. I'm going to go ahead and take the pages out so that we can focus on the cover. I'm going to set those up there. And yes, I went ahead, I pulled out this like red brown because it matches that one, this paper really well. See, doesn't that look cool? This for layering, that's just some tissue paper. I coffee dyed some of that new fabric I got. These are from the edges. The smooth edges I just cut and tore to make all the edges, you know, more rough. And then this is a black scrap of fabric that I've had from before. And then, since there's like some teal and green in here, we could use this behind it, and of course, some Halloween cheesecloth. So, I want to have like a bunch of layers and also kind of have things like peeking out, like maybe even like a little butterfly or a little flower like in between the layers. For instance, let me just tear off a good chunk of this. Okay. Say I've got this mishmash, this, you know, bunch of pieces all layered up. And then you could even have, you know, something like peeking out from here, or, you know, however you get it centered, and then this will be the focal piece. So I think that's what I want to do. I pulled these out to put in there. These are from a Paper Studio paper pad, and I had just cut them out, but they're small and perfect for this. And then to add, you know, just another texture, like after, you know, this is all layered up, right here in the center, maybe something like off in the corner. This has a little blue butterfly on the top. It's like white roses. Or we can do a little mushroom. One of those. And yeah. Okay, so I think I want to be black, then blue, then maybe like cheesecloth, then this. Do you guys like that layering order? I want a lot of layers. Let's stick with that. Otherwise, you know me, we'll be here all day. All right. What have you guys been up to? See, usually I like organizing my crafts, but if it's like something old or, you know, that I don't want to mess with or go through, I don't. And that's why a lot of that stuff had been there for so long unnecessarily, because it's like, oh, I have fun stuff to craft with and fun stuff to organize and go through. But I have just, for some reason, been in the mood to clean and organize. Which ain't me, I can tell you that. Let's do a strip of this. Now, do we want it? I think we want it long instead of wide. Let me do first a little. Well, that worked how I wanted it to anyway. This fabric is so cheap. I don't know how this is going to work, or how well it will work at least. Let's do from this end. Hold on. I'm going to do the ends first, because this is the edge of the fabric, and I think that's part of the reason why it wasn't tearing well. Alright, let's do from right there. Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Are we good? I think so. Okay. We obviously have a bunch of these smaller pieces of the blue as well. Where's our image? Oh, I thought I had flung that across the room too. I want some of it like hanging out the bottom too. Once we get the cheesecloth on there, maybe adding some other little bits around here. Kind of like it. Okay, a section off of this. Jesus. Stuff is so hard to cut. Alright, I don't want to mess that up any more than it is. Okay, since we're going to be using the black fabric, I think I'm going to go ahead and adhere down this washi, but I do not want to do it when it's laying flat, or it might, you know, stretch out or move once it's actually bent. So, jeez, okay. Sure the front is what is important. I couldn't do a lot, like I couldn't really do much with the heat gun on this because I didn't want the adhesive to just get messed up and not work, you know, or get extra sticky or just, yeah. What do we think about that? I think, so you see it with our layers, these colors. I do like it. I I do. Okay. That can be tossed. And we can use this somewhere in our book. Now, we need to decide if we need to add anything else before we start really gluing stuff down. I don't want to, like with that red brown, I think it needs like this too. Regular brown paper. I know it's a lot of layers, but I want a lot of layers under there. That's not our piece. This is our piece. Yeah, this one's more tattered. And then some blue, a little brown, some more blue, and black hanging out. We'll see where that goes once we get this on. Do we want this centered and then the mess behind? Is that it? Is that what we should do? Oh no. I almost think the brown paper should go at the bottom of the pile. Then black. Then red brown. Then some blue. Maybe a little extra blue right here. Some black down here. And this in the center. I think I want to fray this up a little bit more. Yeah, it's not quite there. We need a lighter color, like some parchment. Take some of the parchment that I used to tea dye. I love the noise. Oh, no wonder it's not looking right. Ta-da! It's still not looking right though. I need some more of that cheesecloth. Because I want it to be almost like a mask of it. I don't know how to describe it. So the background is almost a little bit muted. Like all of these layers are just kind of there, you know? But not the forefront. And then I could like sew all over these layers in the background. I think that's what I'm going to do, is start placing a few all around, and then this will go in the middle and this will be under it. But the rest of this kind of sewn down mishmash. I keep saying mishmash because of probably Misha. So anyway, I'm going to do that. I'll kind of keep placing it with you just so you can see, and then I will go ahead and turn my sewing machine on and, you know, sew down a few of the layers and have a lot showing. You know what I mean? Not just in the center. And these would be all kind of sewn down, and I'll probably do, you know, some with the paper over it, some with the paper under it, and so it looks a mess. Let me start doing that. I'm also going to glue it down first, so that will need to dry some before I can really sew it. Let me see if I can get that straight edge off of it. I might not be able to, though. Well, I guess that was a lot easier than I thought it'd be. And kind of sewn all over. I think it'll look pretty cool. Maybe a little more brown paper. Yep, I think I'm going to add a little brown paper at the bottom, but then, okay, let me look at this and kind of get the idea in my head. Okay, start gluing down some pieces. I'm not going to go crazy with the glue just because obviously this is going to be sewn messily, and I'm going to use cream. Just like, you know, I did the different colors of cream up here. Okay. But also, I'm not going to adhere everything, you know, flat down. I think I do want some of it, you know, hanging out. Oh, that was a lot. Yep. That's gonna happen. I don't know how good an idea that was. Brown. I think I had some white first. Tucked in. Brown. Then more of the white down here, like that. Yeah. I thought we had a different blue strip. I keep this one, but here. There. Alright, let's do some black across the middle. Do you guys like this? Does it look weird? I don't know, I just kind of wanted to do something a little bit different. And then some like brown paper stack material more down there. Just a little bit more like that, maybe. Alright, and we need another kind of bit of blue and black and a scrippity scrap of something up there. Let's just put that over there. That'll be there. I don't know why, I just want that there. Do you guys like kind of more of a rustic, like grungy, all over kind of look? I definitely used to be more of the opposite, and honestly would try desperately to do something messy and fail, which is kind of what's going on now.